Welcome to Shad Life. Why in the world did I buy another Ramblas? Yes, this is the Aventon Ramblas. There are some differences to this one than I had last year, but if you've been following my channel, I had one of these last year, did a full review on it in stock form. I switched out parts and treated it as a mountain bike and all kinds of stuff. And my conclusion of the bike last year was that it made a better commuter than it did a mountain bike, and that seems to be a theme with a lot of people. So I'm happy to say that Aventon did, it must have been a software update or something. I don't know if they changed anything in the motor, but this is now a class 3. So last year it was only available as a class 1. Excuse me while I interrupt for a moment, but if you like this kind of video and you like real reviews, real rides, all that stuff and that content on my channel, please think about hitting the subscribe button down below and liking this video. That really helps me out. I'm at a point with my YouTube channel that I want to try to generate more funds so I can, get more product to review and things like that. Believe it or not, doing a YouTube channel like mine is not free. It's a lot of work and you gotta spend money to do it. So I just ordered the new GoPro Max 2 and I will be doing a review on that and comparing it to the Insta360 X5 and all that stuff, right? But from a real perspective as a mountain biker and rider and things like that. So another way you can contribute is by doing a super thanks and just donating some money. The more money I can generate from my channel, the more I can present and review content for you. Thanks for listening. Let's go back to the video. So I max out at 20 miles per hour. And so if you don't know the classifications, I'll go over them really quick. So there's class 1, 2, and 3. Class 1 is pedal assist up to 20 miles per hour. Class 2 is pedal assist and throttle up to 20 miles per hour. Has to have both, and it maxes out at 20 miles per hour. The assist maxes out at 20 miles per hour. If you can push it beyond that, pedaling it, you can, fine, right? And then class 3 is pedal assist only up to 28 miles per hour. So this is a class 3 now. It comes out of the box as a class 1, but you can go in the app and add whatever your max, you want your max to be, up to 28 miles per hour. So I bumped it all the way up to 28. And so now it's a class 3, and that makes it a much better commuter, especially when you get out in the road and stuff like that. And so that is why I bought another one, but there's some difference here. I bought a small. Last year I had a medium, and the medium was a little bit too big for me, and it came with 29-inch wheels. The small, what's cool about it is it comes with 27.5 wheels, and it's more fitted better for me. It's got a 415 reach. It still has the long chain stays, which for a bike with this much power, this is 100 Newton meters, and it is a powerful motor. It's kind of nice having the longer chain stays because it keeps the front end down when you're really pushing it. So yeah, I have another Ramblas, and the difference is this year I got it to be a commuter, so I'm planning on keeping this one. And it will be my commuter bike, my e-commuter bike. I do still ride regular bikes. I'm not fully converted over to e-bikes. But there are times when an e-bike comes in handy for, like, if I want to ride to work or something like that. So, yeah, it is pretty amazing. And so what happened is when I sold the Ramblas last year, and when I bought the Ramblas last year, I didn't plan on keeping it because I knew it was only a class 1, and I knew it wouldn't be a great commuter for what I wanted. So I bought it to test it, review it, to change out the parts to see if I could make it a better mountain bike, and I was able to do that and so on. But This year it's purely for commuting purposes, because now that it's class 3, it'll go. So that is my plan. I might even put a rack on it. I don't know yet. You can, it's got mounting points for a rack on it. Possibly fenders. Fenders would be nice for commuting, things like that. But I don't know yet. I haven't thought of that. It comes with built-in lights, which I'm going to show you in a moment, in the garage. So bear with me on that. It comes with a dropper post. It comes with DB8 brakes, SRAM DB8, really nice brakes. I love these brakes. Mineral oil, which is nice, and some decent sized rotors. Unfortunately, they're not tubeless compatible wheels or tires, so if you want tubeless, you'll have to switch them out. You can actually try to do tubeless without a tubeless rim and tire, but it can be less reliable if you do that. The other kind of unfortunate thing is this is a non-adjustable spring-only fork. There's no way to adjust anything. You can put stiffer springs in if you need them, or lighter springs depending, but it seems relatively decent for me set up in the stock form, especially if I'm only going to use it as a commuter. But for like serious off-road, I'd want a different fork on it. So I'll go bring this in the garage and show you how the lights work, because that's pretty cool. Oh, NX drivetrain, I forgot to mention that. It's a good, solid, reliable drivetrain. So not the best lighting conditions in here, but that's kind of intentional because I'm going to turn the lights on here. But we'll start by just turning on the bike itself. Of course, you get the Aventon little intro, and then you get into this mode where you have your speed and then what setting you're in. And your remaining battery. You have 3 different modes on this one. So you had Eco, Trail, and Turbo. You can customize these settings in the app, which is kind of nice. This one, I think it maxes out at 50 or 60 Newton meters of torque, which when you're in Eco on this bike, it feels pretty good, believe it or not. Like I could ride around in Eco, and it's got an 800 watt hour battery in it, which is pretty big. And in Eco mode, you can still haul with this thing, and you can get up to 80 miles per hour or so, or sorry, 80 miles of range or so. 80 miles per hour, that would be insane. So 80 miles of range is pretty good. Like, you're not really, I mean, unless you're doing some crazy long ride, you're not going to have a problem. Once you bump up into the other settings, obviously your range will drop. I believe last year when I had this bike and I rode it in trail, I still got like 60 some miles of range. So plenty of range with this battery, and you're never really going to use turbo much, but like trail is 80 Newton meters of torque, and if you want the full 100, you go to turbo. But again, you can go in the app and change the settings, and you can give trail the full 100 Newton meters of torque. I actually did that on my Santa Cruz Vala for off-road when I'm in. Actually, the trail on the Vala is which is the Bosch system. It's called EMTB, and I give it the full 100 Newton meters of torque there too. But yeah, you can. That's what's cool about this, is you can adjust what you want these to do. So you'll still, like Eco, you can even set like how much assist it gives you when you start pedaling, and generally the more power you get, the more you want to dumb down the initial power, otherwise the bike gets too crazy, so it's too hard to control. So The default settings feel pretty good, so we'll see if I change them or not. But yeah, let's turn on the lights. So to turn on the lights, you just hold the plus button over here for a few seconds, and then the light comes on. The headlight, which can be removed, so if I was to take this off-road, I'd probably remove this. I don't really like the output. I remember this from last year. It has that pretty sharp rectangular output. Fine for commuting, because the idea is you want to be seen, right? You want people to see you, so that's why you have a headlight on your commuter. You're not really using your headlight to see with, and this is terrible to see with because of those sharp edges. Any good off-road light, and because it's fall, I will be talking about lighting here pretty soon. You want more of a halo, kind of bigger light pattern, so you can see more around, and you don't want it so focused like this. I don't know if there's any upgrade headlights for this bike or anything, but it would be nice if there was, that plugs right in and uses the main battery, because it definitely would be nice to have a better light pattern. But enough on that. It's a light. You can be seen with it, and that's what's important when commuting. Come to the back. This is where it gets really cool. They have these integrated lights into the frame. I love that. And they're low, and they're very visible. I do kind of wish you had a strobe mode. I do not think there is a strobe mode, because I do feel like cars see you better if you have a flashing light. But these are pretty visible, so cars should have no problem seeing you. And if you really did want a flashing light, you could always mount one on the seat post or something like that. But yeah, this thing is pretty cool, and it's a great commuter. Like I said last year, it makes a better commuter bike than it does a mountain bike. And I will do some videos with this going off-road at some point. I don't know if I'll get to it quite yet this fall. I'm going to start prepping my fat bike and things like that. But we'll see what I do. But I will keep this bike, so it will be on my channel for a little while and be part of my stable and so on. And I will do a riding impression video of this bike commuting, because I'm hoping to commute to work maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. I have to look at the weather, but if I do, I'll film and talk about it a little bit and talk about why I like it so much as a commuter. It's mainly because it is a mountain bike form factor, and I like mountain bike form factor versus all these other crazy e-bike combinations, because it's what I'm comfortable with. And when I'm commuting, I still like to hop up curbs and, go places. I don't like to just stick on the road or stick on the bike paths. I sometimes want to take the shortcut or whatever, and I like a bike that's agile and can handle that kind of stuff when I want it to. So there you have it. That is the Ramblas again. So if you did subscribe to my channel because of the Ramblas last year, hopefully you stuck around, because now we got a Ramblas again. Appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.